Did you get my text? I don't mean to press, just wanted.
Hey, check your time because it's now 10:15 in the morning. What is up, Cebu and the rest of the world? It's Claire on air, and today we got here a very special guest for our hot takes and hot tracks. It's a break from all the weekend top 20 goodness, and we got no other than Julia Q. Hi, Julia.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here. Did you know that you're in the weekend top 20 list for how many months because of Unspoken? Did you know that?
I actually didn't know that.
Dude, you've been in the top consistently for I think about 2 months now.
Really?
A lot of people have demanded your song for requests, and so you were there.
I'm so happy. That's the first time I've heard of that, actually.
You're kidding. So all this time you didn't know?
Yeah, I knew some weeks lang, but I didn't know consistently. Yeah.
Well, you're finally here. We're so excited about that. And it's not Unspoken anymore because you're in another era of your life. But before that, for our listeners, for our regular listeners who've been listening to Unspoken and who've wanted to hear your voice for a long time, why don't you tell them the story of Julia Q?
Sure. So, hello everyone. I just want to say good morning. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me. So, I guess my story is just that I've been that child who's been singing since they were born. And so I'm just so happy that I've gotten to this place that people can hear my songs, listen to the songs that I've written. So yeah, I'm so thankful to everyone, Jude, who listens to my songs. So thank you.
That's so crazy. Ever since, you really felt like you were gonna be in music?
Yeah, actually, no exaggeration. Since before I could speak, I was told.
No.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. What do you mean? So you were singing and dancing in the womb? Is that it?
I think it doesn't go as far back as the womb, but since I was an infant, because apparently there was a time that I sang myself to sleep when my parents were so sleepy now that they couldn't take it anymore. So nobody would sing me lullabies anymore. So I had to do it for myself.
That's so crazy. So you're fierce independent singer who need no mom or dad to give a lullaby. And now you are who you are right now.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. So how did it come from singing lullabies to yourself to establishing Julia Q, singer, songwriter, and now, recording artist? How did that transition happen?
I think I started writing when I was in school. I think I've always had an affinity to writing, so poetry, and then it went into songs. And actually, I think my journey wouldn't reach where I wouldn't be here, obviously, without my team, without my management, Tutu Tango. So I'm so thankful that I got signed because I don't think I'd have much of a direction in that sense to have my songs put out there. I wouldn't know where to start, actually. They might just be rotting in my notebook if that didn't happen.
Oh, congratulations to you for having your whole entire journey signed, and you're in good hands.
Yeah.
I want to ask you also, since you already have different eras of your life for music, what would you call the previous eras of Julia Q?
I think those were my first breakthroughs. Trying to break through to establish myself. And then now I'm in the explorative stage of my sound.
So Relapse is the explorative.
Yeah.
Would you call it is this something that you find your authentic voice in? Diba? Because a lot of artists have the pressure to be somebody else, to fit a certain mold so that the mass can like their music.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt like that sometimes?
I've definitely felt that way, especially seeing other people and seeing how sometimes they gain more traction by doing so. But I always found myself gravitating towards what I felt most truthful. And so, yeah, I'd say so about Relapse. It actually ties into my roots because I used to be more of a folk singer-songwriter girly. And then my breakthrough, my previous eras, they were more of me breaking through to my R&B sound. But now I'm kind of revisiting my folk roots in a way. It's not that folky. It's sort of like in the middle of R&B and like singer-songwriter ballady.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's like folk, pop, R&B. It's a mishmash of
yeah.
who
For
you
me.
are and who you've been, and it's like you circling back but putting a new twist to it. That's
Yes,
Relapse.
Exactly.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about how you conceptualized Relapse.
Relapse was one of the first songs that I actually wrote when I was going through something. So I usually write my songs like in hindsight of an experience or sometimes just from like imagination. But Relapse, I was going through something, so I was going through a breakup. And then,
Aw.
so I wrote it. Like the typical, like, oh, I was crying and I wrote it in my bedroom. Yeah. That was the whole relapse process.
I love it. So you turned your pain into something so powerful, and now you're launching it.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Thank you for having us launch
Thank
this.
you so much, actually. I'm so grateful. We released Relapse yesterday. Actually, it's kind of confusing in my mind because it's 12 a.m. But yes, yesterday, April 14. So yeah, I'm so happy. It's out there.
Okay, so when it comes to making a song, I know that, I just want to educate people that it's not as easy as they think it is. How long did it take you to make Relapse, the whole thing from scratch?
It actually took a few days because I think the first, feeling out. So I was just writing everything, all my words. And then the next day, I went back and revisited it and then rewrote some things, scratched out some things. And it took some time because a lot of the times I want to put it on the shelf first because I feel like if I just keep working on it every day, it'll just, I don't know, I'll just keep spiraling. I'll just keep going back to it. So I have to revisit it first. And then when I revisited it, that's when I was like, oh my God, this was actually not bad.
Do you have that?
yeah.
Do you have the imposter moments?
Yeah.
Where you feel like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right songs? Do you have those?
Yeah, definitely. That's why it's funny because I wrote Relapse, I think 2021, and I only let my label listen to it a year after because I wasn't sure if it was even
No way.
valid.
So it's 1 year in the making?
Yeah.
What made it so... Was it the process of making it so long? Or...
I think it's just me always second guessing myself. After that process, I'd revisit it and stuff like that, then I'd finish it. I'd still keep it in my stash. Just I'm not sure if it's that good. And after a while, I was just like, you know what? I'll just let them listen. Let them give me their opinion. If it's not good, then it won't make it. So it's fine. But then it made it.
Oh my... Julia! Why do you doubt yourself? You're so talented.
Oh,
Unspoken
thank you.
palang daan, ha? You're already on the Weekend Top 20 list. So I'm very hopeful that this will also be part of the list.
Thank you.
Okay, so... Now we're in the part where I ask you, since this whole entire segment break is called Hot Takes and Hot Tracks. Before we launch your hot track, which is, of course, Relapse, hot take. What is your hot take in music, in life, in general? Give us your hot take.
I guess tying into my song, my hot take is that relapsing is okay.
Ooh.
And I want to further explain because that's very controversial in itself. Because
Go,
it's so
explain.
big.
Explain.
But yeah, I think relapsing is part of the healing process. Obviously, it's not the goal. We don't want to relapse.
Yeah.
But then I think what I'm trying to say is that we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves when we do. Because we get up after and that's what helps us heal and grow.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's true. I love that take. And I also want to add to that take. It's really just us being human and experiencing all of these emotions. And sometimes we just can't control it and we just have to go to the flow for us to be able to fully understand what it is
Exactly.
to control everything.
Yes.
I'm so happy
felt that.
I guess in your experience you relapsed, but you got back stronger,
Yeah.
better. You made a song about relapsing. I mean, girl, you are winning in life. And we're so excited for that.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's your hot take. Are you ready for something that we call the Red Hot Rhythm Hot Seat? Okay. So this one is actually our mini game where we want you to just select at the top of your head, from a bunch of words that I'm going to talk to you about.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Welcome to the Red Hot Rhythm Hot Seat. I want you to pick night or morning,
Night.
nuclear warfare or zombie apocalypse,
Zombie apocalypse.
Black Widow or Wonder Woman.
Black Widow.
Do you follow your mind or follow your heart?
Heart.
What about huge concert or intimate show?
Intimate show.
Oh, I love that. Love or money?
Love.
Wow. I'd like to know, would you like to pause time or rewind time?
Rewind.
Painful truth or comforting lie?
Painful truth.
Most attractive part of a person?
Their aura.
Wow. Can you see that? That's so crazy. I think I want you here the second time. We just talk about how you see people's auras. What is your food craving right now?
Coffee.
Dream collaboration?
Oh my God. Ariana Grande.
Wow. Yes, we're manifesting that for you, girl. Glass half full, glass half empty.
Half full, always.
Would you want to be an internet meme or would you like to be TikTok famous?
TikTok famous?
Describe your perfect date.
perfect date would be on a beach, having good food, and then ending the night with good music.
I love that. Biggest red flag?
Biggest red flag? Arrogance?
Hero to villain or villain to hero?
Villain to hero.
What did you wish people knew more about you?
I wish people knew that I do a lot of different things.
Last one, stationary or relapse?
This is a hard one. Relapse.
That's it. That's the end of our Red Hot Rhythm Hot Seat featuring Julia Q. And now, Julia Q, I want you to give a shout out. If there's anybody you'd like to thank, go ahead. This is your time to shine.
I just want to thank, of course, Tutu Tango. Thank you for, just all the work you've put in for my release. I want to say thank you to all the people who listen to my music once or multiple times. And thank you, of course, Y101. Thank you, Claire, for having me. Yeah.
You're welcome. How do people follow you on your journey?
So on Instagram, I'm Julia Quijano. So that's Quijano. I have a Facebook account officially as Julia Q. And you can follow me on TikTok as well. Yeah.
What can we expect for the future of Julia Q?
I'm thinking just keep releasing more music. I have a lot of more music to come that's been stashed for a year and more as well. So yeah, I guess we can all watch out for that.
Julia, please don't let your imposter syndrome get a hold of you.
Yes.
I love your stash. If it's anything like Relapse, I know it's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
So the whole entire world is going to listen to Relapse. Let's count down to 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. Did you get my